A very warm welcome to episode 6 of With Love, Vanessa. Now, one of the things I want to show you horticulturally is how to elevate your bush. Now, you can see my bush here. It's got completely out of control during the winter months. I mean, I have to confess, much to my disappointment, there weren't that many people investigating my bush during the winter months. My bush was just left, as you can see, to just flourish floriferously and rather hirsutely untrimmed. But now, with spring in the air, the time has come to elevate your bush, and the way to do it, I tie a little bow on each of the beautiful orbs of my scissors, and then you begin to trim your bush. The correct word for this, which you may not know as you eke out your humble existence in your council flat or your rather ordinary semi-detached home, is topiary. And topiary means that you can snip your bush to whatever shape you like. I mean, in the past, I have had fans and followers and lovers who have liked to see my bush clipped in the shape of a heart, sometimes even in the shape of a flag of whichever nationality that they happen to be. But today we're just going to give this bush, my lady garden, if you will, a short back and sides. You might see some people gathering. Can you turn your camera around? Gathering to watch as I trim my bush. Hello, good afternoon. How nice to see you. They get to look in through the gates at me. They get to look in through the gates. You know, the rich man at his castle, the poor man at his gate. But they're very nice. They're just human beings, I'm quite sure. Maybe not quite as fragrant as I am, but human nonetheless. It's very nice that they're watching encouragingly as I trim my bush. Now, you might say trimming bushes is quite time consuming, and I would agree with you. In general, I would delegate the rest of the trimming of my bush to somebody adept at that sort of thing. You know, waxer, for example, a depilator, a gardener, somebody of that kind, somebody from the lower orders who could step in and take over the trimming of my bush and lady garden. But I think you're starting to see, can you see as I begin to snip my bush into shape, a lovely, symmetrical, orb-like elevation taking place. Can you see, if you compare this undergrowth here with this more clipped undergrowth here, it's the kind of thing that brings a sort of calming tranquility to your bush, and indeed frees your bush for whatever attention you wish to bestow upon it, or if you're lucky enough to find somebody who wants to bestow attention upon your bush, at least there isn't an outcrop of leaves or fur in the way. And so I would say, take a pair of shears, attack your lady garden. It's that time of year.
Go for it.
One of the most pleasant and harmonious ways to add grace, flavour and elevation to your life is simply to use your human senses. And I favour more than anything the sense of smell. You gather something exquisite to your nose, for example this fresh clementine, and you deeply, deeply inhale. And you inhale of its aroma, you inhale of its fragrance. You take deep into your lungs the exquisite flavour and ambience created by that smell. And you can do this even in your own life. You don't need to be married to a prince to be able to exercise your human senses to elevate your life. Let me show you what I mean. So for example, you take an apple, you breathe deeply, you think orchard, you think pips, you think scrumping, you think cider, you think fruit, you think apple, the essence of apple, my life is elevated. Similarly, you do the same with many other items. For example, have you heard of Fray Bentos? Fray Bentos is, I would call it an elite brand of tinned goods, very, very popular in the United Kingdom. And this is a Fray Bentos can of chicken meatballs. So you take the can, you caress the can, and you breathe very deeply. And you smell aluminium and tin, you smell glue, you smell paper, you smell all the artisanship, all the toil, all the skill that has gone into compiling this incredible canister of Fray Bentos chicken meatballs. Oh, you think my life is elevated, and you continue. There's no need to stop. You reach for what I call mini cigars. You open up the packet, you reach inside, and you open, and you unleash the fragrance of these sweet, I call them darling, these darling little biscuits, each one an orb, each one a beautiful round circle of life. Hakuna Matata, you think, as you breathe deeply and you think, well, what is this? Is this anything like something you might find in a dairy? No. But is it chemical? Yes. Is it artificial? Yes. Is it ersatz? Yes. Is it an approximation of what cheese might taste like were cheese made in a laboratory? Yes, it is. And you drink that in and you think, my life is elevated. I am sparking joy. And you don't stop there with a mini cheddar. You go on to the love heart. Now, I have true love in my life. You may not. You may not have love in yours, but you can always buy yourself a tiny little tube of love, which is what I call a tube of love hearts. You open it. Look at this. You let these beautiful coins of love spill out onto your hand. You caress them in your hand. You feel the loveliness. You read one of the messages. Forever, you think. You lick it. What does it taste of, you wonder, as you lick? It tastes of a laboratory full of people wearing masks, plastic gloves on a factory line. And then you think, that's absolutely, and you smell it, and it smells like nothing you've ever smelled in real life, and it's almost better. It's an enhancement of natural smells. The love heart, and then you crunch it between your teeth, and you keep a couple to give to the handsome prince, who's not a frog at all, no matter what some people may say. They may say, I'd have done better with the frog, and I say you have no idea what true love is or what it means. How about sniffing a box du vin? A box du vin. Box of wine. Oh, you smell that. You think, has this been anywhere near a grape? No, but what do I care? It's been somewhere. It's been cooked up together with some other kind of components, and it smells a bit like feet, a little bit like an old tennis sock, a little bit like the locker rooms at school. Will I drink it when the cameras have gone and nobody's filming me? You bet I'll drink it. I'll down the whole fucking thing. Of course I will. The smell of a box of wine is a way to elevate your life. And finally, have you ever heard of this? I like to call it the popular tart, because I don't like abbreviating things. Some people call it Pop Tarts. The true name, the popular tart. It's a magnificent invention, and you can get them at, Fortnum's and Harrods and a supermarket near you, a drive-through garage. And you pop this, it's ingenious really, in the toaster, and you press. And immediately, rising towards your nose, is a wonderful piquant smell of insanity, savagery, violence, brutality, carnage, financial pillaging, Visigoths on heat, Vikings with huge horns. And then you think, huge horns, something I like very much indeed, something to which I'm enormously partial. Helmets, you think? Do I like helmets? I love them, especially shiny. And what about sniffing a helmet, quite frankly? If you can find a helmet, I recommend that you sniff it. First, trim your bush, and then sniff your helmet. That smell of a freshly brewing popular tart en toaster inside the toaster, that will enhance your life. And for your rest of your day, as you enter your castle or chateau, or one that you've rented from somebody else and are pretending it's your castle or chateau, you will feel that smell of something pretending to be a raspberry filling, and it will stay with you for the rest of the day. And now I would like to express my grateful thanks to all of you who bought my exquisite With Love Vanessa range of factory-made, non-organic, artificial jam, honey, marmalade, and I hope you will share the keepsake of my soul and I hope that you will bask in the warmth of my shared something or other. Oh God, what did the PR people put?
Vanessa, you have to say,
yeah.
I hope when you see what I've worked so hard to create, you're encouraged to know that whatever life brings you, you can do it too.
And I hope that when you see what I've worked so hard to create, You're encouraged to know that whatever life brings you, you can do it too.
Vanessa, you forgot the conversazione piece.
The conversazione piece is integral to the elevation of your entire life. It means you take a beautiful objet that's unusual, people won't be expecting it, you put it as part of your tablescape. Thoroughly enjoying this cheese string, which I heartily recommend, and it gives rise to elevated conversation.
Is that an ostrich egg?
Yes, Mark, that is an ostrich egg.
Where did you get it from?
I got it from an ostrich.